Hello, Virgo. I was like, oh, what are we doing? Hello, Virgo. How are you doing? Welcome to your reading. We're going to see who you are. That's what we're going to do. We're going to see who you are, what motivates you, what have you overcome, and how you view the other. And we are going to ask the same questions of the other. And yes, there is an other. So there are two energies in your reading. Because of that, there's always the possibility that the energies could be flipped. There's also the possibility that I could be reading for a cross watcher. And there's also the possibility that you could even be just dealing with another Virgo. Or of someone with a strong or significant Virgo placement or something from the 6th house. All right, Virgo, let's see who you are. We're going to start with the Energy Oracle deck. And then we're going to get into the Rider-Waite Tarot. Virgo. Who you are. You are the goddess of the moon. Isn't that just lovely? The goddess of the moon is who you are, Virgo. You have strong intuition. You can go within yourself to really tap into that. You get strong insights from within your soul. I love it. That is a beautiful energy, Virgo. What motivates you? Anxiety. Okay, so it could be like when you don't know the answers, you go for something, you find them deeper. You know that the answer is not always in your mind here. It's not always in your mind. So you go deeper. You feel deeper. And what have you overcome? Wow, the 7th chakra. Ooh, I want to say you're soaring here. Your spirituality energy is really soaring. If there's something like you've gone past this stuff, feels like too you're like the goddess of the moon. You're actually on the moon, as opposed to just, you know, using that 7th chakra. What motivates you? Worry. I wonder if there's something that you're worried about and you're trying to tap into, like, to get a deeper meaning from it, or like deeper information, or because to overcome the 7th chakra and be goddess of the moon, you've hit like a new height. I think you've hit a new height in intuition and spirituality. How do you view the other? The world. Expand your vision. Either you, okay, it could be, right, like you're on the moon. So you're kind of like in this reading, you're on the moon. You could be viewing someone here, though, who needs, you might think they need to expand their vision. They need to look beyond where they are. It could also be like something that has ended between you and this person. It's like, yeah, it's the world, it's over. I don't know. Who are they? So we're gonna ask, who are they? They have many possibilities to consider. So it's somebody who has a lot of options here. They might have a lot of, they're not sure which door. This is always like, you know, which door is it? And each door, it's not like you can just peek in and figure, oh, okay, not that one. Each door to me represents there's a bright light. It's kind of blinding as you get in there, and you got to kind of get in there a little bit first to see, is this something suitable for me? Is this a direction I want to go in? And if that's a no, which, you know, that's going to happen with, you know, probably most of these doors, there'll only be 1 or 2 that are really the significant true path, is then you got to find your way back out. So it's very interesting. So what motivates them? Attachment. Their passage forward is stopped by strong forces from the past. So, okay, this person has a lot of options to consider. And what they're trying to, it's almost like they're stuck. It feels like they're stuck. And they're having difficulty being able to even move to any of these possibilities. I'm looking at this. And I wanted, well, it was like this. It's almost like this is down the hall from her, and she's chained to this post, and she can't escape. So it's also something about self, because she's looking at a mask here. This person is looking at a mask of perhaps like who they used to be, how they used to present themselves. There's a sense of identity shift here with this person. An identity shift is going on with this person. And through that identity shift, they are taking time to think about who it is that they've been in the past. What have they overcome? Door to spirit. Okay, so this person has had a spiritual awakening. Very interesting though, because I don't know. I don't even know what your energy is. Like, how to describe that. You've overcome the 7th chakra. You're on the moon. You're on the moon now. This person has had some type of a spiritual awakening. That's usually, they've overcome that. But yet, we see them as having a lot of options here. It's like once you understand yourself, and sometimes we need to look back on ourselves, right? To see how I was not genuinely being me, how I was not genuinely supporting me, or how I was not genuinely making choices that were for my highest good, right? Like that's all part of eventually unraveling and understanding the self. Because it's kind of like that person is in that right now. I feel like they're in that right now. I'm going to be honest, you could even be like this anxiety. I could see this person possibly having anxiety. And what motivates you is maybe trying to help this person with their anxiety. Maybe you're trying to do like some type of psychic work for, it could be a friend or someone like that, right? How they view you. On a journey. You're on a journey. Well, yeah, you're on the moon. They view you as on a journey. Oh, but they're stuck. But that's what, wait. Is that, are they? Or are they trying to stop you as something from your past? Now that's intriguing. How do you know them? How does Virgo know this person, or how are they connected to them? Man holding a coin. It could be someone that you worked with. It could be someone you get financial advice from. It could be a father or a husband. Okay. Indecision, all tied up. Some type of, like a paralysis of will here to make a choice. But it's, no, it's like this person is stuck. This is a weird, give me a really weird energy, like of, somehow literally this person can't move forward. It's odd. So I'm going to need the tarot to really see why. You have like highly, highly spiritual cards here. Who you are, Virgo. Goddess of the moon. Maybe some of you, your name could be Diana. Goddess of the moon. Diane. The Hierophant. Wow. It's almost like you're married to God. Venus on Earth. Venus on Earth. 8 of Swords, 4 of Swords, Ace of Swords. Wow, wow, wow. You have gone from, wow, there's no anxiety in your mind. Like what motivates you, I want to say that. Like you've tapped into something higher than yourself here that alleviates any stress and shows you the way. Yeah, you've healed. You've totally healed from having like some sort of visual block or a block of what your future could be. Now you see, this is something that, yeah, wow, something that comes from like more than just you. You could be even starting, you might even have an idea how to bring like some of this amazing energy down to earth here. How to create a system. But you understand truth. Okay. What motivates you is worry and stress. A distress, worry, distress. The 7 of Pentacles. A real, too many. Sorry, I already mentioned it. Actually, it feels a little bit better. my hand. I pulled them. I don't know what I pulled in my thumb, but anyways, I have to shuffle this way instead of this way right now. Sometimes it's a little sloppy. I can feel the difference when it's a real card flying out and when it's just me. The Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Strength card. No, I feel like you want to alleviate somebody else's worry. You want to alleviate somebody else's worry. You've done something here. Like you've tapped into something. It's just like to some level here that I've not seen in reading before. Yeah. You want to alleviate somebody else's worry and stress here. And the worry that this person has actually becomes detrimental to the whole. It's kind of funny. You've overcome the 7th chakra. You're shooting right up there into the sky. Maybe you have some type of truth and clarity here that comes from beyond the mundane, and you're trying to use that to help somebody not be stressed out. The Hanged Man. Wow. Right? That's going with the 7th chakra. Psychic enlightenment. Fuck. I don't know what level. 2 of Cups. The Tower. And the Devil. You have broken through some type of toxic boundary, or no, you've broken through. It's coming across like a membrane. Like getting over a membrane. It's like, I'm seeing like a cell. Well, actually, I was seeing the earth. But it's almost like showing it to me like as a cell. It's as if it has a membrane around it that contains higher thinking or thought or transmissions. But somehow you've tapped outside. You've tapped beyond the membrane. You've broken through. The Devil is coming across like the membrane that keeps something in and contained. And you've broken that down. Oh, so also this is almost like you see whoever this other person is as kind of like, where are they? Are they on the moon? Now wait, hear me out here. I know, I might get some comments on this one. No. When I say that, I mean like the representation. One of the things that can represent the moon is fears and illusions. This person is somewhere in fears and illusions. And it's like you're trying to show them the truth. You're on the moon. You're there. Like if this is some type of level of psychic or mental psychosis or something that you've tried to achieve, you have. It's like a confirmation. You see them, the world, needing to expand their vision, look beyond the world. You're at the moon. It's also too like getting someone look beyond here. The world, the 9 of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands. Oh, no. I think you can see you're having an effect on somebody. It's funny, though, because it doesn't come across like this is even someone that you are meeting. Like, getting together and talking with a friend. I mean, it could be. But there aren't really a lot of cards like that at all, if any. This feels like, too, like some type of communication that breaks the barrier of, the 3D and goes into the ethereal. You're there. I don't know. This almost just feels like a confirmation. You've tapped into something that you've been trying to tap into. Who they are. Adjacent possibilities. A lot of options to think about. Taking a wider look at things. Now that's interesting because you see them maybe expanding their vision. The King of Cups. It's funny because you have sort of like the King of Pentacles is how you know them. Three of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. And King of Wands. Yeah, this is people, this is somebody who has a lot of options. It's weird. But something from their past is holding them back. Or what motivates them, no, what motivates them is maybe to get beyond something from their past here. I'm not going to lie. Like, I feel like, I don't know any other way to describe this, okay? I feel like I'm doing a reading for someone who has done a reading for another person, and that other person is someone that maybe is confused about romantic options around them, is confused about what, like, you literally are coming across like a psychic or a tarot reader, but like way beyond. Like way beyond. You show people what they can't see for themselves. Like, that's how you're coming across here. Like, I feel like I'm reading a reader. 100%. I am reading a reader. And how you know this person I feel like you've done some type of business with this person. I feel like you've done a reading for this. That's who this is. Yeah, I am totally picking up another reader. And you take, so I want to say you're sort of like a good witch, because like, what is your intention here? Is to help alleviate people's stress and worry. And right, and this person, I don't know what is the right choice. I don't know what to do. Is it this person? Is it that person? Or maybe I should do this or that. That's who they are. It's somebody who needs help making a choice. And what motivates them is like, well, why am I being held back? I'm fucking reading another reader, like 100%. If you are not a reader, you are tapping in, like, you are good advice for other people. But I do feel like that there's some sort of money that has been exchanged between you and another person in this. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's cool. I always like, every once in a while, I think lots of readers will watch other readers too. And so, and as a reader, there's times where I can like clearly see it, right? I may hint on it a little bit, or other times, I may not say too much about it because it doesn't feel like it's the strongest energy coming through. It's the strongest energy coming through this one. It's like, honestly, almost the only energy at this point. They've overcome. No, what motivates them? They haven't overcome it. Oh, right. This person wants spiritual. Okay. What motivates them is attachment. Oh, the Six of Swords. They're trying to move past. This is somebody who's trying to move beyond like old habits, old fears, old addictions. And they want a journey here that changes their life. They're looking for divine guidance, and that's you. The High Priestess card just came out. As I said that, right? The Hermit. Oh my God. You are. Who is this? I'm not going to lie. I feel like I've tapped into somebody who is really like spiritually attuned here. I'm looking at you and I'm looking at your clients or something, or somebody significant here. What they've overcome. Okay, right? Like somebody has had a spiritual awakening and now they don't know what to do. How fascinating. And I feel like the man holding a coin is indicating to me that there's been some type of monetary exchange between you. 8 of Cups. There's a whole bunch face down. Regret, abandonment, spiritual quest. So they're like, I need to do different things. I'm going in different directions. And it literally looks like to me a woman who has 2 men to choose from. Like totally. It looks like a woman who has 2 men to choose from. They could both be from her past with the 3 of Cups. And then, so, right, they're trying, but they don't want to make the same choices they made in the past. Okay, the 8 of Cups. They've had regret. They're abandoning things that they were in the past invested in, and they're going on a spiritual quest. That's what they've overcome. Okay, the World and the 7 of Wands, but they find themselves stuck. Their awakening has happened, but they find themselves stuck. Or they find themselves having to be defensive. They maybe don't trust things around them now. They're learning to trust themselves. How do they, okay, they view you as a journey. That's curious. They view you as a journey. Maybe you're like a, I don't know. Are you a psychic who travels around? That would be like the more traditional sense too, right? Yeah, kind of like a gypsy. The 3 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Death card. They see you, they see you transforming. Well, I'm going to say you've done something here because you've gone past the 7th chakra. Maybe you're accessing like Akashic record or something. You're finding the truth where most people don't see it. They do see you having some type of a rebirth. Maybe you've actually moved, or you're moving. I just clarify the Death card for me. The Queen of Swords. Wow. Clear vision. It's seeing beyond the cosmos. So, okay, man holding a coin. This is how you know or are connected to them. The Wheel of Fortune. It could be someone that you met through another person. The Chariot, the 6 of Wands, and the Star. You know them. There's something very life-changing about this person. That makes sense. I'm like, am I just reading like another random tarot reader? It doesn't feel like random though. You don't feel random to me. Your energy is like really out there. And then like a client that you're dealing with. How you know them? This is a chance meeting. It's like the universe propels you to this person. I feel like there's a reason for that because this person is going through an awakening. They're looking deep within for spiritual guidance. And it's like you have that. That's, yeah. Three of Swords, Ace of Wands, Ten of Cups, and the Moon. I'm just hearing it's like the truth beyond the truth. The truth beyond the truth, or the truth beyond the facts. There's something destined here between you and this person. Yeah, there's something destined here. And that's what I have. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I'm going to ask, what secret do you need to release and why? And what secret does this person have? And why do they keep it? That's what I have for you, my dear Virgos. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.